Hi, my name is Hermie Smith, and I'm a Disciple Making Movements coach with City Team here in San Jose, California. I'm with pastor, author, movement catalyst, Roy Moran. Tell us a little bit about, as a catalyst, and as we look at God put your radar on an area, whether it's a neighborhood, whether it's an apartment complex, or whether it's a city. What are some of the things that you encourage people, where to get started, and what are some of the things they need to start to, those kind of plates they need to kind of keep spinning? So can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. I think about, when you look at, say, a neighborhood, or really you draw a circle, that a geographical space, you got to learn that space. You got to understand what's there. And I think one of the things, that we ask ourselves, and we ask, people say is, where do people make meaning in those areas? And that is, where do they have relationships that add value to their life, activities that add value to their life, all those kind of things. And so, and when you don't see it there and you still feel God has called you to that, then there's the necessity of figuring out, okay, I've got to build community here first before I can begin to plant the gospel and see it move from relationship to relationship and stuff. But it's really important, I think, to learn that space, to understand what makes people tick there. Where do they? What are their pathways? Where do they move? Do they drive their cars? Do they walk? Where's the stores that they use? How far will they drive, for instance? Who do they relate to? I mean, we have a lot of neighborhoods, especially in the suburban Anglo arenas, where people they live above space, so their neighborhood is not who they relate to. They drive, here and there, and, they have different things. So, learning that space is really important. And one of the ways to learn it is really just to walk it and pray it. It's just learn to walk through that space with eyes open and just asking God, to bring people to you, to build casual relationships in that process when you're regularly there and stuff. And as you kind of walk that space, all of a sudden you begin to learn more about it, learn about people and stuff. And it's amazing what happens when people regularly encounter you, and sometimes they'll just ask you, "So what are you doing here?" Our Mission Southside friends, have that happen all the time. It's like, well, you don't look like you belong here. What are you doing? It's like, well, I'm just praying that God would lead me to people who are spiritually interested.
Yeah. Put it out there. See what response you get.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, okay, see you later. Or it's like, that's interested. So.
Well, you should talk to so and so.
Yeah.